Welcome to Throwback Thursday, guys. Today we will be reviewing Over the Edge 1999. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, and also ring those bells for all notifications for daily wrestling content. I remember this pay-per-view like literally as a kid. Growing up as a kid, I watched Over the Edge. And I just finished watching it on the network. And as you guys see on the left-hand side of the layout here, Owen Hart passed away during this broadcast. And you know, to be honest with you, to be brutally honest with you, growing up as a kid, I didn't know what was going on. But as I grew older and older, I just did some research on Owen Hart, on how he passed away and stuff. He passed away due to a problem on the harness on his superhero-like entrance. Now, obviously, as you guys know, Shawn Michaels did an entrance from the ceiling back at WrestleMania 12. But I'm thinking to myself, if they would have done things differently with Owen Hart, with his entrance, who knows? Right now, he could have still been living. Who knows? He still could have been living. Who knows? But growing up as a kid, I remember watching Owen Hart, you know, being called the Nugget. I mean, it was funny, you know, being called the Nugget from Owen Hart. It's funny. Hilarious. But, you know, he was just one of those guys that, you know, that you didn't want to see go away. And to be brutally honest with you, I don't care what anybody says. Because I don't. Owen Hart has to be considered one of the greatest of all time who has not won a world championship. My opinion. My opinion. But, you know, there was an issue with the harness and stuff, that he fell from the ceiling and his head, from what I've been told, his head hit the turnbuckle and he died on impact. And he died on the spot right there. Just crazy shit. And then growing up as a kid, obviously, growing up as a kid, you wouldn't know what was going on. You wouldn't know. I mean, this happened on live television, and they cut right to JR and the King from what I saw watching live. And then I told myself, what's going on? And then I found out the next day, oh, that Owen Hart passed away. I immediately went to sleep after this event ended. I remember growing up as a kid. I remember watching this, and I went to bed after the event. Didn't know what happened. Then I find out watching Monday Night Raw the next night. Oh, Owen Hart passed away. It was one of the most emotional nights in Monday Night Raw history. Other than Eddie Guerrero's death, which I want to ask the question now. What do you guys think it's the most emotional loss in WWE history? Either Owen Hart or Eddie Guerrero. Sound off down below in the comment section. But today, we're going to be reviewing Over the Edge 1999. I mean, it was a good event until what happened to Owen Hart. And then what was so crazy about this, and Vince had a whole lot of criticism. Owen Hart passed away. And Vince continued on with the show. I know if I'm running a wrestling promotion and one of my top superstars passed away, the show's done. Vince got a whole lot of criticism continuing the show. I ask why. On Vince's part, why would you even continue the show? Now, if you guys... Now, I'm going to talk about this Owen Hart more in depth as the video goes on. But if you guys don't know who I am your boy Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel on this Throwback Thursday. April 25th, 2019. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys are enjoying Throwback Thursday, guys, smash that like button. Comment down below what you guys thought of Over the Edge. And if you guys were a fan of Owen Hart, hit that thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys thought of Over the Edge 1999. And also, answer this question down below in the comment section. Would you have had Owen Hart perform a stunt like that from the ceiling? Or would you just have Owen Hart do a regular entrance? I would have certainly put Owen Hart do a regular entrance. It's not necessary to do an entrance from the top of the ceiling. It's not necessary. But if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below, ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. I'm sorry, guys, I did not record NXT. I was just exhausted from work. And on top of that, I wanted to catch up on, you know, the NBA playoffs, the hockey playoffs. I wanted to catch up on all of that. So I apologize for not giving you guys NXT review. But I did SmackDown review. SmackDown review is live on the channel right now. Kevin Owens turned heel and won the WWE Championship. Link to this video will be in the annotation above in the upper right hand corner of your screen. Check out Monday Night Raw. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Bray Wyatt welcomes you to the Firefly Funhouse. I'm gonna give this a chance, you know? I'm gonna give this gimmick a chance. That's all I'm saying. Raw reviews live on the channel. Link to this video will be in the annotation above in the upper right hand corner of your screen. Check out the podcast from this past weekend. Episode 17 of the Reality Podcast, where WWE is reportedly discussing giving Sasha Banks a huge win after her return. You guys are going to find out on Saturday on episode 18. There's news that Sasha Banks might even sit out on the remaining of her contract. I know. Crazy shit. You'll find out on Saturday. Link to the podcast, link to episode 17 will be in the annotation above in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you guys are connecting with me on social media. Yes, I changed my Twitter handle. It's not Chris from Loring anymore. You guys can follow me on Twitter at yourboychris183 on Twitter. Instagram, yourboychris_WFB, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And if you guys are new to the channel, looking for Raw review, SmackDown review, NXT review, Throwback Thursday, Top 10 Fridays, our wrestling podcast, and gaming content, hit that subscribe button down below, ring those bells, guys, for all notifications, guys. Let's go on and review Over the Edge 1999. Now, Over the Edge 1999 was a professional wrestling pay-per-view event produced by the World Wrestling Federation on May 23rd, 1999 at the Kemp Arena in Kansas City, Missouri. It was the first event not being promoted under the In Your House series of pay-per-views. You guys remember In Your House? Which typically occurred in months not occupied by the World Wrestling Federation's biggest events, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, King of the Ring, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. Now, continuing on with this Owen Hart situation. Owen Hart was scheduled to face the Godfather for the Intercontinental Championship during the event, wrestling under his blue blazer gimmick. Hart was set to make a superhero-like entrance, which would have seen him descend from the arena rafters and into the ring. He was, however, released prematurely when his harness line malfunctioned and fell over more than 70 feet into the ring and died. Criticism later arose over the World Wrestling Federation decision to continue the show after Hart's accident. In court, his widow Martha, children, and parents sued the organization, contending that poor planning of the dangerous stunt caused Owen's death. The World Wrestling Federation settled the case out of court, paying $18 million to his widow, children, and parents. Due to the accident and controversy surrounding the event, the Over the Edge name was officially retired. The event was also not released for home video viewing until the launch of the WWE Network in 2014, where an edited version of the show removed any mention of Hart's death was released. Oh, and by the way, if you guys didn't know, not only the company gave Martha, Owen's children, and his parents $18 million, Martha has control to put Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame. Now, I'm gonna put this video, I'm gonna put this poll in the annotation in the upper right hand corner of your screen. Would you want Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame? You guys can sound off in the comment section. You guys can also vote on the poll. That will be in the annotation above in the upper right hand corner of your screen. Would you want Owen Hart in the Hall of Fame? I honestly do. It's long overdue. Like I said, Owen Hart is, if you really consider, one of the greatest of all time to have never won a world championship. Mind you, Owen Hart won the Intercontinental Championship, the European Championship, the Tag Team Championship. The one championship Owen Hart has never won was the World Wrestling Federation Championship. And in my honest opinion, and like I said, it's an opinion, I think Owen Hart should have won the World Wrestling Federation Championship at least once. Maybe twice, you know. Once is good enough. Twice would have been good. I honestly think Bret Hart was that world championship caliber athlete. He was great in the ring. He was a great heel. I just miss Owen, man, you know. I just miss Owen. Owen, in my eyes, he's one of the greatest of all time to have never won a world championship. Now, this event had how many matches? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches. You had Kane and X-Pac defend the Tag Team Championships against D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry. You had Al Snow versus Hardcore Holly for the Hardcore Championship. You had Nicole Bass, you guys remember Nicole Bass, and Val Venis going up against Debra and Jeff Jarrett in a mixed tag team match. You had Billy Gunn, a heel Billy Gunn, against Road Dogg. Then you had an 8-man tag team elimination match. You had Big Show, Ken Shamrock, Mankind, and Test the Union going up against the corporate ministry, Big Boss Man, Bradshaw, Faarooq, and Viscera. Then you had The Rock versus Triple H in a singles match. And then you had Stone Cold Steve Austin defending the World Wrestling Federation Championship against The Undertaker with Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon as special guest referees. Now, here we go with this event. Now, before the event even happened, we had 3 matches on Sunday Night Heat. I love Sunday Night Heat. You had Meat defeated Brian Christopher, and I don't know how long this match lasted. It was unknown. You had the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff, defeated the Blue Meanie and Goldust, and you had Midian versus Mr. McMahon. That match ended in a no contest on Sunday Night Heat. So now the event happened. We have... Okay, here we go here. We had Kane and X-Pac. Right, that's on my notes, right? Yes, okay. So the event started with Kane and X-Pac defending the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championships against Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown. This match lasted about close to 15 minutes. The match wasn't that bad. I mean, I love Kane and X-Pac as a tag team. I love them as a tag team. They defeated D'Lo Brown and Mark. I love D'Lo Brown back then. I love D'Lo Brown. He was also one of my favorites growing up as a kid. What happened here? Okay. So, during the match, Henry lifted X-Pac and ran this back against the steel ring post at ringside. Afterwards, Brown and Henry simultaneously attacked X-Pac, which led Kane to launch himself from the top turnbuckle onto Brown and Henry. After the competitors entered the ring, Kane performed a chokeslam on Henry, lifting him by the throat and slamming him down. Kane did pin Henry to retain the WWF Tag Team title. This match wasn't that bad. This match wasn't too bad. I mean, I love Kane and X-Pac as a tag team. They were really good as a tag team. Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown, sexual chocolate. Mark Henry. You guys remember sexual chocolate? I know. Memories. I know. Kane and X-Pac retain the tag team championships. Next up on the card, we got Al Snow defending the Hardcore Championship against Hardcore Holly. Next up was the Hardcore match, which allowed no disqualifications and no countouts. Hardcore champion Al Snow defending against Hardcore Holly. This match wasn't that bad. Holly and Snow began their match in the ring, but moved their brawl into the arena stands. I miss those type of hardcore matches. Jesus Christ. Hate the fucking garbage that we're getting now. From there, they proceed to the backstage area and onto the concession stands. But returning to the ring, the fight was decided when Al Snow lifted Holly into his shoulders and threw him through the winning table, successfully covering him and pinning Holly. Al Snow retained the Hardcore Championship. This match lasted about 13 minutes. I mean, I miss the hardcore matches that we got back then. fucking crazy. Listen, I remember a hardcore match that I believe Al Snow and Hardcore Holly had. It ended up in the fucking Mississippi River. Do you remember that? Jesus Christ. Love that. I missed those hardcore matches back then. Al Snow successfully defending the Hardcore Championship against... No, Al Snow successfully defending the Hardcore Championship against Hardcore Holly. Next up on the card, we got Nicole Bass and Val Venis going up against Debra and Jeff Jarrett. This match lasted about 6 minutes. Didn't care about it. Yes, as you guys know, growing up as a kid, I also did not care. I knew the difference between good and bad back then. I didn't care for this match whatsoever. Really didn't care for this match whatsoever. But just know, Nicole Bass and Val Venis defeated Debra and Jeff Jarrett. This match lasted 6 minutes. Match lasted about 6 minutes. Oh no, I'm bugged. Okay, so after the Hardcore Championship match, it was supposed to be Owen Hart against the Godfather for the Intercontinental Championship in the Blue Blazer. As Hart descended into the ring on a safety harness, the equipment gave away and he fell. Emergency medical technicians, the EMTs, rushed him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The show was held for 15 minutes before continuing with the next match, a mixed tag team match pitting Val Venis and Nicole Bass going up against Jeff Jarrett and Debra. At one point, Jarrett attempted to hit Bass with a guitar, but Val Venis took the guitar away, dropped Jarrett on the mat, and pinned him. So there you go. Didn't care for this match whatsoever. Next match on the card, we got Billy Gunn going up against his former tag team partner, Road Dogg. This match lasted 11 minutes. And according to my notes here, Billy Gunn defeated his former tag team partner, Road Dogg, after hitting him with a timekeeper's hammer. Says in my notes here. I didn't really care, again, for this match. I mean, even though I watched it on the network, now I'm a grown-ass man. I can say this now, I didn't care. This match lasted 11 minutes. I don't know why you would break up the New Age Outlaws. They were one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Still, 6-time tag team champions. Billy Gunn defeats Road Dogg in an 11-minute match. Next up on the card, now we're going towards the end of the show here. We got an 8-man elimination tag match between the Union and the Corporate Ministry. Now, I love the Corporate Ministry. They're one of my favorite factions of all time. Test was eliminated by a pinfall after Bradshaw performed a clothesline from hell on him. Bradshaw was then eliminated by submission as a result of Ken Shamrock's ankle lock. Afterwards, Shamrock was eliminated by disqualification as a result of attacking the referee. Then Faarooq was eliminated by pinfall after the Big Show chokeslammed him. Only one member of each team remained after Viscera and the Big Show failed to return to the ring. Within 10 seconds were counted as a result. The Union won the match after Mankind forced Bossman to submit with the Mandible Claw. It was at the point where, the viewers at home were told by Jim Ross that Owen Hart had died. So there you go. This 8-man elimination match lasted almost 15 minutes. Match wasn't too bad. I mean, I love the Union. The Corporate Ministry is one of my favorite factions of all time. The Union win here. The Union win. They win. They defeated the Corporate Ministry in an 8-man elimination tag team bout. The final match on the undercard pitted Triple H versus The Rock. Triple H targeted The Rock's injured arm, as you guys remember. Towards the end of the match, Triple H asked Chyna, his partner in crime, to retrieve a folding chair. The referee, however, took it away from him, which led to an argument between Triple H and the referee. Triple H pushed on the referee, for which he was disqualified. Triple H giving The Rock the victory. After the match, Mankind ran in to save The Rock from Triple H and Chyna. So The Rock defeated Triple H by disqualification. This match lasted 11 minutes and 41 seconds. Match wasn't that bad. I mean, I love the rivalry between Triple H and The Rock at that time. I love the rivalry. Rock defeats Triple H by disqualification. Finally, guys, main event. Stone Cold Steve Austin defending the World Wrestling Federation Championship against The Undertaker. This match lasted almost 23 minutes. This match was slow-paced, and then it picked up really, really quick. In the main event, Stone Cold Steve Austin defended his World Wrestling Federation Championship against The Undertaker. Originally, Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon were supposed to be special guest referees. Vince McMahon had his ankle, kayfabe, broken earlier in the event. This was during Saturday Night Heat. Earlier in the event, it was replaced by Pat Patterson in order to prevent Shane from helping The Undertaker. Patterson, however, could not continue after Taker chokeslammed him. Undertaker and Austin wrestled inconclusively until Austin hit Taker in the head with a folding chair. As Austin went to cover The Undertaker, Joe Briscoe, accompanied Vince, came down to the ring to replace Patterson and countered the unsuccessful pinfall attempt by Austin. Like his partner, Patterson, Briscoe was attacked by The Undertaker. Vince then came down to the ring to act as a referee, but then Austin forcibly executed a stun on The Undertaker. Shane prevented Vince from performing a 3 count. As Vince, Shane, and Austin argued, Shane shoved Vince, attention to detail here. Shane shoved Vince into Austin, who fell into a roll about The Undertaker. Shane performed a fast count to give The Undertaker the victory and the WWF Championship. Now, I replayed this at least 5 times. Honestly, in my opinion, they fucked up, but then against a fast count. Shane is the heel, so obviously he has to perform a heel-like tactic. While Shane was performing the 1, 2, 3 in a fast pace, Austin showed his left shoulder was up. If you see it on the network, Austin's left shoulder was up. Shane still counted the 3. Austin loses the championship. Shane screws Austin out of the WWF Championship. So then that was it. The event ended from there. We're going to continue with the Owen Hart incident here, as I have more notes here. So, as you guys know, Owen Hart passed away and stuff. After the incident, the event was held for 15 minutes until Vince and other World Wrestling Federation corporate officials made the decision to continue the event. Hart's co-workers, professional wrestlers, and other workers appeared somber after Hart's fall as they continued to do their jobs. An hour after the event restarted, Ross informed pay-per-view viewers, including me, that Hart had died at the age of 34 at a nearby hospital. The fans and attendants were not told any information about what happened to Hart, and they did not hear the announcement of his death. This is what JR said, and I quote, "Ladies and gentlemen, earlier tonight here in Kansas City, tragedy befell the World Wrestling Federation and all of us. Owen Hart was set to make an entrance from the ceiling, and he fell from the ceiling. I have the unfortunate responsibility to let everyone know that Owen Hart has died. Owen Hart has tragically died from the accident earlier tonight." End quote. So this is the aftermath. After the event, in response to Owen Hart's death, the World Wrestling Federation canceled the encore presentation of Over the Edge via the pay-per-view. Remember how back then when they would do the pay-per-views, and then you would get Raw Monday, and then Tuesday you would get the encore presentation of that pay-per-view. So they canceled 4 live events in Canada and 1 in Illinois. Information about Over the Edge from the World Wrestling Federation later on ended up being WWE. It's sparse because the event was never released on VHS or DVD due to Hart's death. In 2014, the event was shown on an edit form on the network. On May 24th, 1999, the day following this event, tributes to Hart were held on Raw as well, which is held in St. Louis. And on WCW Nitro, the WWF tribute was called Raw is Owen. For this show, all storylines and rivalries were stopped for one night, and wrestlers were given the option to wrestle or not. The show also included interviews and testimonies from his co-workers and highlights of his professional wrestling career. Hart's funeral service was held on May 31st, 1999 in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and was attended by family members, friends, and over 300 wrestlers who were acquainted with him. Following the funeral, Hart was buried in Calgary's Queen's Park Cemetery later that day. 3 weeks after the event, his widow, children, and parents sued the World Wrestling Federation for causing Owen's death with a poorly planned stunt. They claimed that the harness system was defective. After the court case had extended 1.5 years, a settlement was reached on November 2nd, 2000, when the World Wrestling Federation agreed to pay his widow, children, and parents $18 million. The manufacturer of the harness system has also been named a defendant in the case, but was dismissed from the case after settlement was reached. Now, going on with the storylines here, after Over the Edge, The Rock began a feud with The Undertaker over the World Wrestling Federation Championship, culminating in a match at King of the Ring after The Rock defeated Undertaker and Triple H in a triple threat match to earn a championship match at King of the Ring. At King of the Ring, Undertaker defeated The Rock to retain the title. Steve Austin engaged in a rivalry with Vince and Shane in retaliation for the interference during the match at Over the Edge. Austin lost the match at King of the Ring and is kayfabe 50% control of the World Wrestling Federation. But before that, he scheduled himself in a title match against The Undertaker on June 28th on Monday Night Raw. Or should I say Raw is War. Austin won the title from The Undertaker. Eventually, a feud developed between Austin, Mankind, and Triple H over the title, which led to a triple threat match at SummerSlam, where Mankind won the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Owen Hart, as his Blue Blazer alter ego, had been booked to win the Intercontinental title from the Godfather at Over the Edge. Hart's tag team partner and good friend Jeff Jarrett won the title a week later on Raw, using Debra's Women's Championship to defeat the Godfather. Jarrett shouted Owen Hart upon being handed the Intercontinental Championship belt. So there you go. That's the aftermath, and everything else happened after Over the Edge 1999. I'm going to say this now to everybody else here before I end Throwback Thursday here. If you have loved ones, make sure you love them. Make sure you love them. Because you never know when that day comes. You never know when that person's gone. You never know. And I'm not trying to cry here because I had a cousin that passed away in 2013 after WrestleMania weekend. And I never had the chance to even say goodbye. So, if you're anybody in the YWC that's watching this video, that's up to this point of the video, make sure you love your loved ones. Make sure you check up on them every single day, because you never know when that day comes. And that is the end, guys, of Throwback Thursday. Thank you guys so much for this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed Over the Edge 1999 Throwback Thursday pay-per-view review, hit that thumbs up. If you guys loved Owen Hart, you guys missed Owen Hart, hit that thumbs up. And if you guys wish that Owen Hart would be in the Hall of Fame, hit that thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys thought of the video. If you guys are new to the channel, looking for Raw review, SmackDown review, NXT review, Throwback Thursday, Top 10 Friday, wrestling podcast, and gaming content, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. SmackDown live review. Video is live on the channel. Video will be linked in the annotation on the upper hand corner of your screen. Monday Night Raw review. Link to this video will be in the annotation above in the upper right hand corner of your screen. The Reality Podcast, episode 17. Link to this video will be in the annotation above in the upper right hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast right here on the channel. So make sure you guys are connected with me on social media. Twitter, your boy Chris183. Instagram, your boy Chris_WFB. And Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. I will see you guys tomorrow. I got a Top 10 Friday video idea for you guys tomorrow. I'm not going to give you guys no hints. You guys are going to watch out for tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Top 10 Fridays. Till then, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Share the video on social media. I will see you guys tomorrow for Top 10 Fridays. Till then, talk to you guys later.